Hey guys, Tuesday morning. So yeah, beautiful weather, unbelievable weather actually, and I'm gonna take advantage of it. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a couple things straightened away. You know, in the engine bay area, I got to permanently mount my transmission dipstick tube, and just a couple holes bolted to the firewall. Make up a bracket or two for the coolant overflow can, get that put in instead of having vice grips sticking out of the front of the truck. And yeah, then I'll pull the truck out, put it far enough back because I'm almost done block sanding the box, and I want to get it in primer again for the hopefully, I think it's going to be the last time, maybe second last time. We'll see how it block sands out the next coat. So got that to do, and yeah, I got to clean up all that transmission fluid that's sitting in containers outside before, you know, it rains and I end up with an environmental catastrophe and Greta Thunberg protesting outside my house, and, you know, anti-fossil fuel guys gluing their heads to the truck and shit like that. So yeah, I got to clean that up, get it in jugs, and get the toxic taxi to pick it up and dispose of it. So there, so that's where I'm at. Like I said, first thing, I guess we'll get that dipstick tube put in. All right, so there's in here. So here's your dipstick tube. There's, I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's two there's two mounting holes in this bracket. I've left this loose for now so that I can move around. These holes are 1 7/8 on center. Now I was going to put it up here on the flat part, but that kind of keeps the dipstick tube pretty taut, you know. So you want it to be able to absorb the vibration, so I'm going to mount it on a downward angle like so. I'll drill my holes probably from inside, and yeah, we'll bolt it up. That leaves this nice and slack so that, you know, the engine moves around and stuff. You don't want it to start leaking down below. So I'll go ahead and drill a couple holes and we'll get that mounted. Easy peasy, man. All right, so she's in, and you can see, you know, got some slack there, got some movement. Now I had a hell of a time getting the dipstick in there. I kept wanting to catch on that edge that I showed before. So I had to put a couple of little bends in it this way and that, and kept trying it until finally got it to go in. Yeah, so it pretty much goes in one way only. So you know, you can jam around on it for hours and not get it in there. But I've got it now, so that I've got the spot, and it should go in no problem. So there you go. Okay, so lost the vice grips on this unit. So all we're doing here, there's a bottom pin. It's going to slide into this bracket here. It's just finger tight right now. And then it's going to slide in behind the washer. We'll tighten her up, make sure it's nice and straight. And yeah, that's it. Very simple, about as simple as it gets. So this is done pretty much. I just put a slotted hole in the bracket so that I can make sure I straighten it out nicely. And yeah, so now that these are done, I'll take them off and paint them up black. And yeah, our overflow can is finished. All right, so that's two little jobs I wanted to get out of the way. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna take the truck and put it out in the driveway, down far enough where it's not gonna get any overspray or anything on it or dust and shit. So yeah, let's fire it up, park it, and get the box front and center. Finish up a little bit of sanding I've got to do, and get it ready to shoot in primer again. So that's where I'm at. box up here. Right, I'm gonna go ahead, sand on this thing and get her primer ready. Okay, so I'm gonna try something a little different. Never done this before, but I'm gonna try using my DA sander, dual action sander, and see if I can make quicker work. I've just got the 2 flat sides to do. Like I say, I'm not going for laser straight, I'm going for nice and smooth. So the DA might be the way to go. I'll know pretty quick. I think that's going to work really well. I like it. It saves a ton of time. I'm using, what's that? I think it's 120, but it's very worn out, so probably more like a 180 right now. And the guy coat, yeah, works well. So I'm going to carry on. I'm sure you don't want to listen to that racket, so I'll give you a break. Alright, so I figured it'd normally take me about 45 minutes per side by hand, and with that sander, cut it down to about 10 minutes. So about a quarter of the time. However, if you haven't used a dual action sander a lot, or you know, just starting to use one, I wouldn't recommend it. you can end up making more work for yourself than you're saving. So you know, you got to keep that thing moving at all times, multiple directions, and but mainly keep it moving all the time, because it cuts in there pretty quick. But you know, if you are used to using a dual action, a DA sander, give it a shot in one panel, see how it goes. I think it's okay, probably better for more curved panels, but worked for me and saved me a bunch of time, and that's a good thing. So I'm just going to blow this thing off and clean it up a little bit, and you know, mix up some primer and stuff, and get this thing sprayed. So I've got a couple little minor touch-ups I want to do, so I'm going to get that done first. Alright, so you can see my high spots there. This side here, not much, just a little bit. It'll need to be blocked one more time though, for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot this thing in primer now. I'll show the one coat, but that's it. And then you know, they're all the same after, right? So it'll get 3 good heavy coats. It's really starting to look good. All right, so there you go. I'm pretty confident that just one more round of block sanding is going to fix this thing up and get it to where I need it to be. Final coat of primer, wet sand, and then she's paint ready. So she's straightening out pretty good. Yeah, moving right along. It'd be nice to get that painted. Buddy of mine brought me a piece of that BC fir that that I'm thinking of using for the bed floor, and I do think I'm gonna grab a piece and show you real quick. So basically, this is a pretty flat slice. You can see how straight the grain is, and it's pretty narrow. It's just under 5 inches. But these timbers that he has, if he cuts them the other way, all your big grain is on the end here. See how nice? So he's going to cut me a piece the other way. I'll take a look at it, and if it's all like this, it's gorgeous. So yeah, once I get it, we'll make a decision then, and I'll just give him the dimensions and how many I need, and he'll cut them up for me. So handy to know a guy with a sawmill. Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna let this set up for a day and probably block it tomorrow. I guess I'll bring the truck back in. I'll get on doing some touch-ups and more buffing. I'd like to get the hood buffed up, and I'm waiting on some parts. They should be in pretty soon. But you know, there's plenty of little things to do. Yeah, so if you like the content, please subscribe if you haven't already. I truly do appreciate every subscription I get, and you know, like the channel and hit the little bell and all those things, and you know, don't be shy, don't be afraid to leave comments. I really enjoy the comments, and I do try and respond to all of them, and you know, sometimes I get some good tips and other things from them, and or interesting questions. So yeah, it's all good, win-win as far as comments go. And right after I'm done this video, I'm going to take care of that oil issue I've got, get that all in jugs and get it out of here, and that's it. So you know, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage, build something, man. Later, guys.